So good afternoon students. Today we are going to learn about the what is oscillators and how these oscillators what is mean by oscillators and what are the different types of oscillators. So what is oscillators? Oscillator is in a circuit which generates the uh, AC output. Okay, so AT means it consists of continuous repeated alternative waveforms, or it gives the sinusoidal waveform, triangular waveform. Okay, so that is the oscillators, and this oscillators gives the output with or without input. So if you do not provide any input to these oscillators, then also it will generate the output by taking DC voltage biasing conditions. So whenever there is a DC biasing, from that DC biasing voltages it takes the input and it generates the output, or you can supply input also. With that input, then it get amplified and it generates the output also. So what is oscillators? Oscillator is a circuit which generates the alternating repeated and continuous waveforms with or without inputs. Okay, in previous video lectures we have learned about the operational amplifier. Okay, this is operational amplifier is that amplifiers which amplifies the signal. Okay, and its application we have learned. So here what happens in case of oscillators? Oscillators consist of amplifier, feedback, and that is the mixer. Okay, so what happens whenever you supply any input, or if it is there is a no input also, then by using DC biasing voltages it takes the input, and this input is amplified by this amplifier and it generates the output. Then this output is again feed back to the this feedback amplifier. This feedback amplifier will generate the output VF. So what is here, this output will be input for this feedback amplifier and it generates the output VF. This output of a feedback amplifier is provided to the input to this amplifier. So in this way the process goes on continuous, and it generates the oscillating waveforms. So current is oscillated in this circuit, and the oscillation of this current is obtained in this waveform. Okay, so this is about your oscillator, and this is the block diagram of oscillator. Remember that oscillator means what? Oscillator is a circuit which generates the continuous repeated alternating waveform, or it generates the output with or without input. Okay, so what is the gain of this total oscillator? The gain of oscillator is given by that is capital A is the gain of this amplifier, and this beta is the gain of feedback amplifier. Okay, so here the gain of total voltage gain of this oscillator is A divided by 1 minus A into beta. Okay, so this is the equation for the voltage gain of these oscillators. Now, what? How will you say that? What is the output waveform of the oscillator? Here, what have we have seen that as the wave time proceeds, this waveform's amplitude of this oscillation, or amplitude obtained from the output of the oscillator, this amplitude goes on increasing. Okay, so amplitude of oscillation goes on increasing. When this possible? When this possible? When the product of gain of amplifier gain and feedback gain, this A into beta value is greater than 1, then it generates the output of increasing amplitude. Okay, so second condition is that if what happens if the product of A and beta is less than 1, if this amplitude of oscillation is less than 1, then the output will get the in output the oscillation goes on decreasing, so there is a decrease in the amplitude of oscillations which will get at the output. So that is known as the damped oscillation we will get. Here we will get the increased oscillation, and if the value of A into beta is equals to 1, actually it is nearly equal to 1, and it should be somewhat slightly greater than 1 in actual practice. Okay, so if A into beta, product of gain of amplifier and feedback amplifier, this value is equals to 1. Then we will obtain the constant output whose amplitude is also constant. We get the output which having the constant amplitude. So this is the equation for your oscillators. This one is the block diagram, and it consists of amplifier, feedback and mixture. How it takes the input? It takes the input from the biasing condition as well as some thermal agitations is also from thermal factors also. It takes the biasing input voltage. So this is about your oscillator. These are the different output oscillation will get it obtained depend upon the values of A beta. If A beta is greater than 1, we will get the increased in the oscillation. If A beta is less than 1, we will get damped oscillation, and if these values are equals to 1, we will get the amplitude of constant oscillation. So we will get waves having constant amplitude. So this is the condition for your Brackinson criteria. Okay, this condition gives you the Brackinson criteria. Brackinson, what is Brackinson criteria? So we'll get the output of continuous output of that we'll get output here having the same amplitude here. Okay, so that means the gain, open loop gain have must equals to 1. So A into beta, this should is equals to 1. So that is the criteria for Brackinson. And second is that the this input and which that circuit generates this output and this input both are in a phase with each other. Here this wave starts in upward direction, this output obtained at the feedback, this also starts in upward direction. So if these two waves are in the same phase, that means they don't have any phase, so there is a 0 degree phase shift is there. So that is the condition for your positive feedback. Okay, so these two, if any oscillator satisfied these two condition, then it is known as satisfied the Brackinson criteria. So oscillators must, what is the condition for oscillators? Oscillators having the phase shift of 0, that means it should have the positive feedback, and the gain of, that is the product of amplifier gain and feedback gain, that should be equals to 1. But in practically this value is equals to, if you have to write this, practically the value of A into beta, this value is A into beta is slightly greater than equals to 1. You can take it. So that is the practical condition for the oscillators. Okay, so this is about your Brackinson criteria. Now what happens in the oscillators? There are tank circuits in the oscillators which we are going to learn in the next slides. So let's study about the some of the basic tank circuit, that is a tank circuit of inductor and capacitor. What happens here? Here this one is your capacitor and this one is your inductor. So when this capacitor is get discharged, this discharge capacitor, so first it is fully charged due to the DC supply, and then if it is fully charged it gets starts discharging. So this discharging will produce the magnetic field here, and as the magnetic field is complete here, this its discharging is over, then this magnetic field will again charge this capacitor with opposite polarity. Okay, and same again the magnetic field will build up, again capacitor will charge. So this charging and discharging of capacitor will oscillate the current in this circuit. So current will oscillated in this circuit. Okay, due to this is charging of capacitor and discharging of capacitor due to this magnetic field produced by this inductor, because inductor opposes the changing current. So this, when current oscillate in the circuit, these are the oscillations which are obtained by the oscillators. So this frequency of oscillation is given by 1 upon twice pi under root of L and C. So this frequency of oscillation depend upon the value of inductor and capacitor. So these are the components which are necessary for the oscillators are capacitor, inductor, as well as there is a resistance is also there. So in phase shift oscillator, this component generates the frequency for the oscillation. Okay, so we're going to learn what are the different oscillators, in which we'll going to learn what is phase shift oscillator. So first study about what is RC network. So this capacitor and resistor network is used in a phase shift oscillator. This single network will generates the output or generates the signal. If you supply any input signal here, suppose if you supply any input this to this circuit, then it will generate. Suppose you have supplied suppose any input to this circuit, it will generate the output. But how will get the output? Will get the output such that it has the phase difference of 60 degree, phase difference of 60 degree from input and output. So one single network of resistance and capacitor generates the phase output with a phase difference of 60 degree. If you calculate take the equation for this, so combination of capacitor and resistance, the equation will be tan phi is equals to 1 upon twice f r into c. So that is the equation which will get for the uh, in the that for the angle, there is a phase change in phase angle of input and output due to the single network. Okay, so if you want to write this equation is 1 tan phi is equals to 1 upon twice pi of r into c. So this gives you the tan phase shift of tan phi is equals to 1 upon twice pi of r into c. This value of r and c will decides the angle change in phase angle of input and output. This change in phase angle of input and output for single RC network is 60 degree. So how will you calculate this 60 degree? By this equation 1 upon twice pi f for particular frequency, 1 upon twice pi f r into c. So what happens in case of these oscillators? What is this oscillator? These oscillators will generate the output with or without inputs. Okay, and here the output obtained from this amplifier is given to this feedback. Okay, so this feedback is obtained from this phase shift oscillators. Okay, are combination of capacitor and resistance, combination of capacitor and resistance, combination of capacitor and resistance. So here there are how many combinations are there? There are, so this is your tank circuit here. Okay, so this tank circuit will consist of capacitor resistance. So three combinations are there. So each combination gives the phase shift of 60 degree, this 60 degree, this 60 degree, and this 60 degree. So total is 180 degree, and this amplifier gives the phase shift of 180 degree. So this 180 degree, this 180 degree, so total phase shift will be 360 degree. 360 means 0. So that is the condition for positive feedback Brackinson criteria. And it should, this RC phase shift having the value of a beta is nearly equals to 1. And here the current will oscillate in this circuit. So this frequency of oscillation is given by 1 upon twice pi R into C, where R is the this resistance R and C is the capacitor in use in this feedback network. 1 upon twice pi R into C into 2 into N, where N is the number of RC network. Here we have taken 3 RC networks, so you will take N is equals to 3 here, and 3 into 2 6. So what is the frequency of this RC phase shift oscillator having 3 RC networks in feedback? So this RC phase shift oscillator gives you the frequency 1 upon twice pi RC into under root of 6. So this is about your RC phase shift oscillator. So it in RC phase shift oscillator we get the frequency up to 10 kilohertz. So 10 kilohertz of frequency can be easily generated by RC phase shift oscillator, and it is a very much easy to generate RC phase shift oscillator because these components are not so much expensive. Resistance, capacitor are there. So it is a very much lightweight and cheap phase shift oscillator, but generally it gives the low frequency up to 10 kilohertz. So drawback, its higher frequency cannot obtained by using the RC phase shift oscillators, and its uh, stability is not so much as uh, compared to the other oscillators. And in this transistor is used here, this should have the high beta values. Okay, that is the loss, or there is some losses due to these high beta values of transistor in RC phase shift oscillator. So it has some advantages and disadvantages. So this is about your RC phase shift oscillator. And what is the frequency of three RC resistance capacitor phase shift oscillators? The frequency is 1 upon twice pi RC into under root of 6. So this is our RC phase shift oscillator. Second is your Hartley oscillator. So in case of Hartley oscillator, the tank circuit consists of these two inductors are connected in the series. Are these two inductors which are connected in series are connected in parallel with this capacitor. Okay, so this will forms the tank circuit. Output from this amplifier, here you will get the output. This is given to this tank circuit, and this output which is obtained to this feedback, this gives you the output here. This output is given to the input to this amplifier. So this is amplifier, this one is your feedback network. So this feedback is obtained from the this L1, L2 and LC, where L1 is inductor, L first inductor, L2 is second inductor, and C is the capacitor. So the frequency of oscillation here, what happened, the current will oscillate in this circuit, and this oscillation of the current in this oscillator, and the frequency of oscillation is given by 1 upon twice pi capacitance, this capacitance, value of this capacitance into the effective inductance. Okay, so how will you calculate the effective inductance? If these two coils are wounded on a different core, that means this one is a different inductor, this one is a different inductor, and cores are inductor means circular coils wounded. If there is a different cores on which coils are wounded, here is a different cores and coils are wounded on it, then effective inductance will be L1 plus L2. Okay, and if these two inductors are wounded on a same core, then the inductance will be L1 plus L2, and due to the mutual inductance there is a twice m factor is also there. So depend upon on same core or different core, the effective inductance will have the different equations. And what is the frequency? So that is the important, what is the frequency? This is the equation for the frequency of a Hartley oscillator. Okay, so it generates the high frequency Hartley oscillators, and this consists, the tank circuits consist of two inductors L1, L2 and capacitors. So this is about your Hartley oscillator. It is invented by the scientist Hartley, so its name is Hartley oscillator. Second is your Colpitts oscillator. So Colpitts oscillator consists of two capacitors which are connected in series. Here capacitors are connected in series, and these two capacitors which are connected in series are connected in parallel with this inductor. Okay, so and what is the frequency of Colpitts oscillator? Here is also this tank circuit forms the feedback circuit. This one is your amplifier, and this amplifier output is given to this feedback circuit, and this feedback circuit output is given to the input of this amplifier. Okay, so here the component in the tank circuit are capacitors C1, C2 and the inductance. Okay, in the previous Hartley oscillators there are inductors in here L1, L2 which are connected in series, and capacitor is connected to in the parallel combination of this inductors and capacitor. But here in place of inductor there are capacitors C1, C2, and in place of capacitor there is a inductor. So that is the difference between Hartley oscillators and Colpitts oscillator, difference in the tank circuit. So what is the frequency of oscillation in the Colpitts oscillator? The frequency of oscillation is 1 upon twice pi under root of L into C effective. In previous there is a 1 upon twice pi C into L effective. Here 1 upon twice pi L into C effective. So what is the effective capacitance? So two capacitors are connected in the series, so effective capacitance will be C1 into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So this is the effective capacitance. So, and what is the frequency generated by this oscillation? It is 1 upon twice pi under root of L into C. So it is a simple this oscillator. You have combination of capacitor and inductor. Here two capacitors are connected, so that's why. What is the frequency of LC oscillator? 1 upon twice pi L into C. Similarly here 1 upon twice pi under root of L into C effective is there. Okay, so this is about your Colpitts oscillators. So in this video lecture, what we have learned is what is oscillators. Oscillator generates the output without uh, oscillator generates the output without input or with input, and these are the different waveforms obtained from the oscillators depends upon the value of A beta. This one is the important, what is Brackinson criteria. The value of A beta should nearly equals to 1 or slightly greater than 1, and there should be no phase shift in the circuit, so that is it has the positive feedback. These are the components. So first oscillator we have learned is the RC phase shift oscillator, and this is the equation for the frequency of RC phase shift oscillator. Second, we have learned about the Hartley oscillator. So important is this feedback consists of this tank circuit. Here inductors are connected in series with the parallel combination of capacitor, and this is the equation for the frequency of Hartley oscillator. And in Colpitts oscillator, capacitors are connected in series, and these two capacitors are connected in parallel with this inductor, and this is the equation for the frequency of the Colpitts oscillators. So here we will stop now. So in next video lecture we are going to learn about the some of the problems related to this oscillators. Thank you.